Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bridget.
I'm Wendy.
And this is
Flickin' Beans. Well, I would like to publicly give you some flowers on all of this technology over the last few years. I feel like you've just taken it on and gone with it.
Wow,
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel still really stupid.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us.
Along with that whole technology thing.
Yes.
So last week I recorded over Alyssa's lunch break. So that was fun. It's always fun to record with Alyssa. Obviously, you're number one.
Thank you.
I'm number two. Anyway, so we're having all this problem with the sound and thinking it was the cord and switcherooed the cord. Guess what it was?
It wasn't plugged in?
No.
Oh.
It was plugged in. Do you see these two little knobs that light up when we talk?
Yes.
One of them wasn't turned up as high as the other one.
Okay.
I was like, no. I don't do that part. I don't know anything. Anyway.
Yeah, if it looks like, well, you can't see, obviously, listeners, but we have a little mixer. Both of us have similar ones. And for whatever reason, if it looks like that, I'm like foreign to me. But if I get on a computer, I work on a computer all the time. That's really natural to me. But you get into the hardware stuff and I kind of freak out. I don't know. It's like a mental block. A lot of it's not that complicated once you learn it.
Yesterday, I was messing around testing what the different effects do. So I was able to, and listeners, if you got knowledge on Audacity, please tell me, because I always feel like when I think I learned something, it's kind of clunky.
I think Audacity is kind of clunky.
Maybe I should change. Also, Audacity sponsor us. Okay, because it was called loudness normalization. And I basically selected everything I said. Like one statement, I'd highlight it, loudness normalization. The levels would kind of match Alyssa's levels. The good part is, and this is not throwing shade at Alyssa, but it's just light shade. I didn't talk much at all.
I love that.
I'm going to call it, she's very prepared.
Yeah, you can tell she has done her homework. I think that's one of the things that makes her a good guest.
Oh, she's great.
What movie did you guys watch?
Zodiac.
I haven't seen that. Okay, I'm excited to hear that one.
Oh, yeah. She has a thing for Jake Gyllenhaal, and I had a thing for Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
It's scary, though, because it remains unsolved.
Is it about the Zodiac Killer?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't it just be about astrology? I don't fucking... I've never heard of this movie.
Oh, yeah, the Zodiac Killer.
I'm very out of the loop.
I don't know how you found this movie.
I will tell you, it has a little bit of a story.
Good God. You couldn't have been searching for either of any of those words.
No, that's true.
But Joel might have been. I really did think to myself, how did this fucking come about? Okay, I can't wait.
So Joel's nephew, our nephew, Hunter, shout out. Side note, when I told him the name of this podcast years ago, he was like, gross. Anyway, Hunter found this. He's a very odd kid in a good way. I love him. He has a very interesting sense of humor. And he works with Joel now. So they were talking at work. He's like, have you seen this movie, Hundreds of Beavers? I found it on Amazon. It's so good. You go watch it. So we went and watched it and Joel fell in love with it. And then maybe like a month ago, they were doing a second run of it in theaters. So we went and watched it again.
Stop, in the theater?
Yeah, in Varsity Theater by Drake. Yeah, and that was fun because there was a lot of extra things. They had a preview beforehand and some other extra things they did. Sort of like when you go to the room, there was some extra screening stuff. But I am disappointed because the first time this ran in the theaters, they went to every theater and dressed up in Beaver costumes.
Oh.
That didn't happen at this screening. So that's the story of how we found Hundreds of Beavers, our movie for today.
Fun fact, they bought the animal costumes from Amazon.
I think some of the most interesting things about this movie is how it got made, and it was just this passion project. They made it actually in Wisconsin in the winter, so all these scenes where he's standing there in his shorts and stuff, he is... This movie made me cold. It only cost $150,000 to make.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it took 4 years.
Yes.
Yes. I love it.
It takes that long when you can't do it as your full-time job.
It's very, very creative.
Yeah, it's a silent film, which is unusual since it was made in 2022. And it's very much a Looney Tunes homage, and it's got video game elements and
It's got
slapstick
film elements. It's black and white. And we should say it's not actually like a documentary about beavers.
Absolutely not. No. The main storyline is this hard apple dealer with cider. I couldn't think of the word.
Applejack.
Applejack.
I wondered, is that like a real thing? Is it like apple moonshine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he got real ripped off that stuff.
Yeah, and there's a little note in the beginning that I noticed this time that I didn't last time, is they said freezing it makes it 10 times stronger. It was just a little written note. I was like, oh, they're telling us how to make apple moonshine.
Yeah.
But he does this, and he has a whole apple orchard and a bar and having a grand old time. And then he accidentally burns it to the ground.
Well, he's so drunk, he doesn't notice that the beavers have chewed the leg off one of his giant barrels with just a spout on it. Like,
yeah.
They just drink it out of there all the time. It would stay cold.
Yeah.
Well,
in the winter.
In the winter, yeah. So it rolls down the hill, and I was like, that's so me. Turn around and see two of them. So he's like, everything's fine. And the old timey, but also modern sarcasm, expressions, gestures that you wouldn't see in a silent film that's old.
No, it feels very fresh and modern.
Yeah, like he's fist pumping.
Yeah.
At one point. But he looks like a lumberjack.
Yes. One thing I'm not certain about, but the way that the storyline goes, so the apple orchard burns down after he crashes it, then winter comes, and then he pops up out of the snow and he has a beard.
Right.
How long was he under there? Did the snow just force him to grow a beard instantly, or?
I think he was like cryogenically frozen. Yeah, because when he pops out of the ground, he basically has a big tubular snow hat.
Yeah, it looks like a gnome
Very
hat.
tall, yes, like a gnome hat. Yeah, and a beard. And eventually he ends up naked because he's so creative. This is the other thing it reminded me of, is Wile E. Coyote.
Absolutely. It's very Looney Tunes. There's even some Looney Tune mentions, like his Applejack distillery is called Acme.
I think it's called Acne.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Because I wrote that down, but Wile E. Coyote, it's definitely a take on that.
Yeah, tons of Looney Tune stuff.
100%.
There's some Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny kind of bits. I would have never thought to put together these elements, a silent film, Looney Tunes, and it's very heavily influenced by video games, which I didn't get when I watched it the first time.
Oh, yeah, when he's jumping from thing to thing in the Beaver land.
Yeah, it's Larry Mario Brothers, and that didn't click until my brother mentioned it. And I was like, so this time I watched it, and there was a lot more things. I'm like, oh, yeah, absolutely, this totally is a video game. I'm not a video game person, so it didn't.
I'm of the age where that's what I was raised on.
Yeah.
You were raised probably with the guys around you playing like the first person shooter games.
Absolutely.
My games growing up, they were very flat, and it was try again and again and again and again until you can reach the end level.
Yeah.
That's where you would rent a game and a Nintendo machine on a Friday night.
Oh, wow. Rental, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I was high class, highfalutin. We'd rent one and then play something like Aladdin was a big one. This may have taken multiple weekend rentals.
I bet.
Yeah.
Nowadays, both of Joel's kids are big gamers, so I know a little bit about the culture. They're always saying like how many hours they've logged in a game because the game tells you that now. And I'm like, I don't want to know that.
Right.
How many hours I spent trying to pass this level. Video games are one of those things I could get addicted to, so I've kind of distanced myself from
see? It's a lot of that stuff.
That one of my gripes about this movie. I loved so many things about it, but I don't think I enjoyed watching it that much because of the over and over and over and over again.
Uh-huh.
But now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, he's dying in the video game and he has to do it over and over and over again. But that for me got old. Like by the time he even gets to the point where it says what movie it is, it's like 30 minutes in, and I could have been done with it by then.
Yeah.
Then you have another hour of him trying to get hundreds of beavers, and that part doesn't even happen till like way into the film.
I don't feel like he even encountered a beaver until about 2/3 through.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And now he needs hundreds.
Right.
Why wasn't he angry with beavers right off the bat when they made his vats run down the hill?
Did he not realize that?
Maybe.
Because we see the beavers do that, but he just thinks he knocked it over trying to ride it, standing on it and dancing.
Every time he comes up out of the snow, because that happens over and over, something different is in the forest around him. The trees are all chewed down.
Yeah.
Always pointy.
Yes.
Is that what beavers do?
I have no idea.
It's a macho thing. If one beaver can make a pointier stump than the next.
The beavers had some weird behavior in this. One particular thing is how they pooped. At least in one area, they would sit on a swing and swing out and then poop at the height of the swing and try to make it into this target area.
Right.
And one of them makes a bullseye.
That's a video game.
Yeah.
Right. Just like when the guy at the mercantile store always is trying to hit the spittoon and never once makes it.
At one point, the trapper puts the spittoon in front of his face so the dad won't spit on him because he knows he can't make it.
Yes, that's good.
It's constant. So many funny slapstick things. Instead of doing something productive, at one point he grabs a pepper grinder, puts it in his face, makes an icicle out of his snot, and then uses that as a telescope.
He did crack some pepper in his eye, though.
Yeah. All of that stuff I love. The little clever ways that he used the environment. Like in the very beginning, he's trying to get a fire started. He picks up this small log and it's full of water and he wrings it out.
Yes.
And you could tell it's a pillow.
Yes.
And then he hits it against the tree and then it becomes a hard log again because he's wrung it out. That made me laugh.
Same thing with the fish who was like knit.
Oh yeah, I loved
so
the fish.
Great. Were we very clear on the animals being humans in costumes with giant heads? This is like furry
Yeah, we didn't.
convention level.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that, but yeah, they are in furry costumes, mascot costumes that they got off the internet.
Yes.
There's raccoons, obviously. There's beavers. There's only about 3 or 4 beaver suits, and they just repetition of them over and over in different scenes. And the people that are in the beaver suits are all different all the time. They just like roped their friends into doing it, and they did it themselves. The 2 guys that made this film, so you never really know who's in the outfit.
Want to?
Yeah. I would.
Today, when you came in and you're carrying the fringe bag, it totally made me think of this and how the store owner's daughter made him a whole outfit. Well, because he was naked.
Yeah.
In the snow all the time. It had fringe on it. And I was like, yeah, that's a thing. But does fringe have a purpose?
No, I don't think so.
Well, why does it exist then?
It looks cool. I don't know why it would be on a lot of fur stuff, but it seems to be, yeah.
Or like Western wear.
Yeah. The only thing I could think is, does it make it cooler? But it wouldn't because it's usually just on the end.
That's worth looking into.
I love a fringe, though.
Why? I don't get it. Why in the Old West, if you will, why do you need to look good?
Maybe because it looks cool when you're riding a horse. It gives you some motion. That's why you have it on the back of your boots.
Goes
and
slap, 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 slap. Or slap, 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 slap.
That reminds me of Monty Python, which is also listed as one of the inspirations for this as well, which makes sense. Monty Python has a lot of those slapstick and funny little clever turns of phrase and stuff.
What's that thing called? A Foley artist.
What's that?
That's the person that makes the sounds.
Oh,
with like
okay.
the coconut or stabs a watermelon.
Dream job, honestly.
Honestly.
How do you get that job?
Right?
I don't think you could. Well, you probably do go to school for like audio tech or something.
Master's degree in Foley artistry.
And now I stick my hand into
I have my own coconuts. Woo-hoo! Coffee break. Let's talk about our beans.
Are you enjoying flicking beans? Don't keep it to yourself. Spill the beans. Movies are better shared, and so is coffee. Can you drop our pod into a friend's inbox, a group chat, or just tell that cashier at your coffee shop that you love our podcast? A little word of mouth goes a long way. Let's spill the beans. Thank you, bean flickers. Love you. Bye.
I always bring my own coconuts, and he does it in like that bowling bag, like you know, the person that always has to bring their own ball.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in that.
There were some amazing snow sculptures.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the snowman.
Oh man, the snow sculptures really did make me laugh. For example, when he's fishing and he finally catches one and he's doing a dance in celebration, and he realizes it's not as much fun because no one's celebrating with him, and he's got a snowman sitting there and he puts arms on them like raised up like a touchdown phrase, so it looks like he's celebrating with him.
Right.
And that becomes a thing throughout the rest of the movie.
When he catches a fish and, he tries a whole bunch of times and the fish takes the stick away out of it bends down and the other arm raises up, and as he's walking toward it, he's like, hey.
Yeah, the trapper does a lot of things to combat his loneliness.
Yes, you would go crazy.
It's mostly building people out of snow. At one point, he builds a woman, and then he builds a whole bar so that he can buy a drink for her. And then he builds guys to drink at the bar with him. And then eventually he realizes that's so sad, and he starts crying because...
He does also build a dog.
Oh, yeah, he makes a dog.
And he gets mad at it because it won't go after the stick.
Bad dog.
There is also that running gag of when you're sitting in front of a fire and he tries to get it going forever and ever, and when he finally does, the wind kicks up, keeps blowing it out.
Everybody has been there.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get away from the smoke from the fire, and the wind just keeps blowing it no matter which way you go.
So he keeps changing places. Oh, I'm good here. No, I'm not. And then the wind literally reverses. It stopped and started blowing the other way. That killed me. There is a lot of over and over and over and over and over trying to get it right.
Yeah.
And he does. He gets more and more clever with his traps. Some of them are so ridiculous.
The one that is spring loaded and then it just turns into like a huge wind vortex. That one was funny.
And his tools, he learned just how to chew the wood into a shape from the beavers.
Yeah, he makes
a fish and tries to use it as bait.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this fish is snubbing everything that's coming down on that hook.
Yeah.
That can't work.
He only likes blood.
Yeah, let me cut all my fingers. It's like when you put olives on the ends of your fingertips. Only those are big fish that are knit.
The idea of having a fish on every finger, it really gives me the ick. I can't.
Does it? You know who else doesn't like fish? Is Em from And That's Why We Drink.
Oh, yeah.
And I just years ago, actually, I think somebody got her a pair of fish flops.
Oh, no, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
You don't like birds either.
Well, it's similar to fish. I think they're cool and I love to watch them, but keep them the F away from me. I'm not scared of birds. I have a weird thing about how fragile they seem to me. So like handling a bird, I don't want to. I'm afraid I'm just going to crush it. So,
hey, Lenny.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a woodpecker in this one.
Yes.
And he used it to his advantage. Yes.
He tries to steal this woodpecker's eggs, and then he can't keep himself from going every time he gets about to eat them. And the woodpecker comes and attacks him. Then he realizes later that the woodpecker will attack whatever's wearing his hat. Hey. And he uses that to his advantage. So he tests it out, and then he starts putting his hat all these different places, and then he'll go... And the woodpecker will come attack for him. It's pretty cool.
What was that again?
Then his eyes bugged out. Like, no, that didn't happen. But that,
oh, yeah.
that is a Looney Tunes thing.
Look just like those.
Yeah.
Wolves. So
I like the way they animated the wolves in the dark with just the eyes. It's just floating eyes, and then they move like clink, 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 clink.
yeah,
Like exactly like
Scooby-Doo.
yeah. So another fun fact about this movie, it was definitely a family affair. And one of I think it's Toons is his last name. His dad wrote a lot of the music. And in an article, he said, I was able to work the word fart into 2 songs. And I think that really speaks to my character as a songwriter. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly the kind of music that this movie needed. I never noticed that in the words. There's not a lot of words in the music.
You know, I always do have the captions on, and it's hard to follow without it because it's really fast and really clever. Isn't it just about getting drunk?
Basically.
And how happy he is in his life.
Yeah, he's much happier before all of that burns down.
You know what video game I would like if that you have to run up to each of those trees and harvest, and then your basket will get full, so you have to go back to the barn and drop it off or put it in the truck on the way to the town. Ding, ding, ding,
Oh, yeah.
ding, 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 ding. There's my
I love those kind of games too.
jam.
Like the kind that you play on your phone, the restaurant games,
Yes.
I like those too.
Yes.
Why? I don't know,
I
but
have Burger Shop too on mine.
there's something about those. How long until we have a Hundreds of Beavers video game, you think? Yeah, I feel like that's the natural next step.
There is definitely a community for this because one of the first things that came up were eBay things for hundreds of dollars.
Mm-hmm. We tried to find a copy of the DVD. Couldn't find one for a normal price because they just didn't print that many. I'm hoping that changes since the movie's kind of gaining popularity since it's been on streaming. And like when we went to see it at the theater, it was packed.
God, I can't believe you saw it at the theater.
Now I'm wishing that we'd watched this before, so it could have come to that. But
That would
maybe
be
it'll come
awesome.
around again. Maybe it'll be a thing like The Room, where it comes once a year.
Creepy people. You wouldn't be able to see. These heads were so large.
Yeah, if people wore those to the movie, that would be unfortunate. But if there was
Worse.
1 or 2 running around the theater, I'd be okay with that.
Right. Just like scooping the popcorn and stuff, taking the ticket. That would be amazing.
Everybody has to have a big raccoon hat.
No, here's what it is. They pop the hat off and they got to buy 2 seats. And like you can rest your arm on it.
Yeah. Or turn it upside down and put your popcorn in it.
Oh my God. I'm not going to say anything more about those furry conventions, but I can just imagine how much they smell on
man.
the inside.
I got into one of those mascot costumes once in college. My friends were cheerleaders and they didn't have somebody to do it. It smelled so freaking bad. They don't clean them that often until the season's over.
Our guy gets some pelt where he's able to buy a knife.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets the knife, and it's the teeniest, tiniest little folding pocket knife. And it's like, you got to use just the tips of your fingertips to open it.
Yeah.
It's so small. It does come in handy later, but he was also naked. So you know what I'm going to ask. Where the fuck was he keeping it?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
He uses it to cut off all of his clothes and turn it into rope. So it did come in handy. But that scene where he cuts up his shirt is funny because you think he's going to try to kill himself. And he goes to like stab himself with that tiny little knife. And he drags it across his stomach. But then he takes his shirt off and you realize he's just cutting it up for rope. But yeah, he tries to use his own hand as a gun.
Yeah.
To kill himself. You're like, why? He's delirious from the snow. It was like painful to watch him walk around in his bare feet and his underwear in the snow. And he is really doing that. I was cold watching it.
Yeah. And he stepped on a pine cone
Oh, yeah.
a bunch of times.
Yeah. He can only get himself to scream if he steps on the pine cone instead of just yelling like he did when he stepped on the pine cone. That's another joke he makes because he wants to use the yelling to get the rabbit's attention. So he steps on the pine cone again on purpose to make himself yell.
Every mishap and misstep, he ends up using it, turning it into a positive.
Yeah. I love the prickly bush.
Uh-huh.
And when he falls in it, then whatever he climbs or walks afterwards just has dots of
Yes,
those prickly
yes.
bushes. So he's climbing up the tree. It's like, burp, 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 burp.
The climbing up the tree was my favorite. That's what reminded me of like paper craft.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of those? It's a shadow box and they're little dancing guys. Okay, so it's you crank it up, which makes a mechanism go, and it'll be a little person in there, and at all the joint, like there's a bottom leg that's loose.
Okay.
And a top leg that's loose, and the like hands and creepy stuff like that. So it's moving around and doing a little dance.
Okay. I've not seen this, but I want to.
I'm sure we can find that. And it's something I remember as a kid. So I'm sure it's old.
I used to love to make a diorama or a shadow box.
It's like pre-TV. It's
Yeah.
like sad is what it is. Back to his snow girlfriend.
Yes. In the beginning, he tries to persuade some rabbits with lady bunny snow people.
Yeah.
And he puts boobs on rabbit snowmen. Ladies, I guess. Snow lady rabbits. But it doesn't work because the rabbits are gay. And that made me laugh. Because they're like walking side by side so you can't. And then you see one of them takes a step ahead of the other and they're holding hands. And then the trapper's like,
Okay.
So instead of making lady rabbits, he just makes a huge carrot.
Yes.
You're like, oh, they're gay. Here's a huge carrot.
Yes.
One of the rabbits gets the Looney Tune heart eyes when he sees the carrot. And when the trapper tries to roll the carrot towards them, because it's tapered, it makes a circle. And that really made me laugh.
Me too.
Because it's such a tactile thing that you understand if you make stuff.
Yes. Yes.
That you think something's going to roll straight.
Had geometry.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We know what it's... What? You haven't?
No, I think I took geometry. No, I
Okay.
did. Geometry is at least useful.
Yeah.
Some of that other math stuff, you're like...
making stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Anything else?
There's a million
so
things.
much.
We could never go through all the
No.
little jokes and tropes because there's one every 2 seconds.
Dogs playing poker.
Oh, yeah.
God,
They're playing
humans
poker?
Are sitting around the fire.
And then as the dogs get taken off one by one by the wolves, they go from playing poker to war when there's just 2 of them. And then the last dog is playing solitaire.
Yes.
Where are they keeping the poker table?
I don't know.
Another
Good
question. And the original trapper is like Santa Claus for some reason.
Yes.
I don't know why.
He has like a Grinch-sized package.
Yeah.
Grinch-sized.
Whoa.
Wow, on that note,
Yeah.
did we do it?
I think we did it. We flick some beans. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.